That doesn't help me. So, I had this video planned out. I was going to get up and do this. I figured, I'd get up a little early because I stayed up late last night. I'm like, hey, I get up, I do this. And then the servers are under maintenance. And I was planning on, playing a couple of games while talking about this in the background, maybe showing off some builds. And then this happened. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to press X. And they're going to tell me that the servers are under maintenance, and we're going to talk about jenos. Because this is a problem that I have with ranked right now. And it's a pretty big problem for me. I was trying to hit master again before this split, before the rank split ended. And I'm just going to pause and press X every now and then. It became a problem where I literally just started losing all the games because every time we go into ranked, we get jenos. Now, personally, I just want to mention this. I am personally a tank main. When we go into ranked, generally I am on tank. I do play support. I do play damage. I do play healer. And I love how I said I play support and healer twice. I don't know why I said that. I don't really play flank or DPS all that much because everyone insta-locks it, and I'm a tank main, so I like to sit on point and play tank. But the problem is, there are two things I hate in ranked. People that bring low-level characters and people that bring two supports. Now, that makes it very difficult when the second pick in the draft is jenos. I've got first pick because I'm a high elo player. I mean, unless I have a GM or a master in my lobby that's picking ahead of me, which means they would have to first pick jenos, which no one is going to do that. Let's keep pressing X and talking about this for a few. I'm not going to go longer than, 5-6 minutes. But the problem is, I hate jenos healing as a tank. I can deal with it. I can work around it. But in ranked, I like to bring two tanks. I don't like to bring two healers, even in casual games, because it's an automatic guarantee on COD. I mean, even if they're both going damage, even if you have a Catalyst pick and a Grok Maelstrom, everyone's going to go cauterize because you have two healers. And I don't think people understand that. Plus, you have, on top of all that, you have to deal with self-heal and stuff like that. So cauterize, which is usually going to be picked in every ranked game, becomes an even bigger deal with two healers. So I don't like that. So anytime somebody picks jenos in a ranked game, now I have to sit there and go, okay, so what tank can I play that can sustain myself? Which I'll come back to in a minute. But my last ranked games were all losses because we had jenos healing. I get jenos is popular right now. Jenos is nowhere near meta. He is first pick healer for right now in every lobby because of fucking Luminary, where it gives a 15% buff. Now, Luminary is a great talent to work on a DPS flank team. The problem with Luminary is that you are constantly keeping one heal on a DPS, and that means you have to keep one heal on a tank. If you're running a two-tank meta, one tank is going to die every time. Now, it's a problem for me when people don't know how to make a build. You can buy Chronos and you can max it out with the correct build. You could have a 12-second heal, get it as low as a 4-second cooldown if you're just flooding all your points into Chronos and you have the 2-second cooldown reduction. It's not worth that much credits as well to get it to that point. But 4-second heal, you can heal up to 12 people, so you could have the entire team healed, but you're not going to get that until at least the second or third point in. Seriously. So, my problem with jenos is he requires too much to keep everyone with a constant heal on him. Which realistically, because I don't do that. The way my jenos build actually allows me to put up to 3 heals at a time on people. And if I get Chronos, then I can have the whole team healed, but I don't really do that. But that's my Luminary build. But the problem is, so let's look at what jenos does. Now, jenos is great for damages and flanks because he gives a 300 upfront heal, and he heals you for 220 per second after that. What's good about that is the median health of the damage and flank class is 2,250. That's the median class. So he heals you for 1/10 of your health per second over 10 seconds. That's great. A tank average health is 4,000 to 5,000 depending on loadout cards. That's a lot. And you're healing me about 5% of my health per second. A lot of people make the argument that rejuvenate. Well, I did the math. Even if I have Rejuve 3 and I've got, say, a Fernando or a Makoa card where, you know, while below a certain amount of health, you get increased healing. Let's say I have that 20%. Even if I have 50% Rejuve in my kit, right? I'm going from 220 health per second to 330 health per second. People say, well, it's for the Luminary bonus. Luminary's not that powerful. I want to win a game. Now, a character like Makoa, sure they can benefit from a Luminary, especially if they're running Pluck. I mean, that's evil, being able to get close to 1,300 damage a shot after a hook. But it's not simply worth it. And people tell me, well, you're supposed to play a high sustained tank around them like an Inara or a Barrack, but my Inara and Barrack also run extra health. So it gets me fucked over in the end because I now die because of that person, because of my character with high sustain. The enemy knows they have high sustain and they pick a lot of cauterize. Now Jenos does solid damage. He has good crowd control. He does do good healing, but it's duration healing. It's not any type of bursty healing. I get people don't necessarily want to run bursty healing, but Jenos in ranked right now is a throw pick. Because it means you can't have a second healer that does anything better. You can't run 2 tank, and you have to run DPS. And I'm not limited on DPS, but I hate it. And it's gotten to the point where this split, I am going to post in my lobby chat, no Jenos. And if someone tells me to fuck off, I'm banning them. I'm now going to have to save a ban for them. Which, another side note I want to bring in as well, as I bounce off, because I'm done ranting about Jenos, and I'm kind of getting bored of hitting the X button here. Drogos to me is right now one of the 3 most ban-worthy characters. It's Koga because he's broken as fuck, but nobody's playing him. They all laid off because Drogos is the new it boy, and then, you know, some combination of Sky and Vivian. Lex is that time of the month for him, where Lex just randomly always appears around the same times every year as being meta, and I don't understand why it's like this times of year. I mean, he was always strong in damage, but not in flank potential. He always does good damage. He has heroism for sustain, he has death hastens to burst down high health targets, and he has discovery to burst down individual targets. So he has a lot of high damage potential. But now he's like first pick in every lobby, and he's not really even a difference maker is the big thing I notice. I played healer before. I don't get focused down by Lex whenever I play healer in rank. I don't get focused down by Lex when I play tank. It's like they avoid me, or it's like I don't even see them going after like one other person and like trying to single them out. That's the funny part. But Drogos is a meta pick right now, and Drogos has always been strong on PC, but on PS4 he's been weak. Because he's projectile champion, and that's unfortunately part of the problem with PS4. And they buffed Wormjets. They keep buffing Wormjets. And I hate that card, because all it does is Drogo sits there up in the air, where only hit scan characters can get him, and there's such a high damage fall off that even if you fucking manage to hit them, you are chicken scratching him. I have literally seen Drogos that hit 20% of their shots in a game, and they still die 4 times. There is no penalty to them. All of the other characters in the game, pretty much, if you miss your shots as a damage or a flank, you're gonna die. That's just how it is. If you see a Strix with, 25 deaths in a game, they missed a lot of their shots. And you can say, oh, well, they got flanked or up. No, they missed a lot of their shots, because if they were getting flanked, they turned to shoot them, and they missed the shot. They died, the flank lived. They missed the shot. So, I've been banning Drogos a lot, and people do not understand why. But the problem is, every time the other side gets Drogos, we lose 4-0. I have had 10 losses this split in ranked. 10. Okay, that's not bad, but I don't play a lot of ranked games. I think I played like 30 35 ranked games, so I lost about 33% of my games. Allow me to explain. So, there was a Drogos in 4 of those games that we lost, and we lost 4-0 in all of those games. And for the other 6 games that we played, 3 of them were throws. 2 of them were because... Sorry. 2 of them were because we had jenos healing. Literally, 2 of them came down to jenos healing. And 1 was just a bad loss. I had 1 bad loss game that came down to a fucking grindy point fight. Nobody throwing. We were just outmatched. And I actually enjoyed that game, and that made me play another. But we lost 2 games to jenos, and we lost 4 games to Drogos. So yeah, fuck that. Peace.